Saint Expedite, holy warrior of swift intercession, faithful servant of God, champion of those in need, I come before you today with a heart trembling under the weight of urgency. You, who are known for your courage, your speed, and your compassion, I call upon you now. My soul aches for help, for relief, for an answer that cannot wait. Saint Expedite, I know that you understand the heaviness of a desperate prayer. You who chose to act today, not tomorrow, not later, but now. Teach me that same trust in divine timing. You held your cross marked with the word Hodi today because you understood that faith is not meant to linger in indecision. Faith acts, faith moves, faith believes even before the evidence appears. So I stand before you in that faith, Saint Expedite. I lift up my need, my burden, my urgent cry for divine assistance. Look upon me with compassion and carry my petition swiftly to the throne of God, for I am weary of waiting, tired of uncertainty, and fearful of delay. Yet I know that heaven's timing is perfect, and I trust that you, Saint Expedite, are part of that perfection. You have never failed those who believed, and so I bring you my plea with humility and hope. Saint Expedite, my protector in times of crisis, my helper in moments of distress, my ally in impossible situations, hear me. There are matters in life that cannot be postponed, bills that must be paid, jobs that must be found, doors that must open, hearts that must heal. In our moments when the soul cannot endure another night of silence, in this very moment, I find myself there, between what I hope for and what I fear will never come. I ask you, dear saint, to intercede on my behalf. You who once stood at the crossroads of decision and chose Christ immediately, without hesitation, teach me that same obedience. When doubt surrounds me, make me bold. When fear paralyzes me, remind me that courage is faith taking action. Saint Expedite, you who are known as the saint of urgent causes, I ask for your divine assistance in this matter that troubles my heart. Here, pause and speak your intention softly. Bring it swiftly before God, that He may look upon it with mercy and favor. Let His light pierce through the barriers that hold me back. Let His grace transform every impossible situation into a testimony of His goodness. I trust that through your intercession, Saint Expedite, the answer will come, not in delay, but in divine speed, exactly when it is needed. I remember, beloved saint, that time is a misty in God's hands. To us, every minute of suffering feels endless, but to heaven, every second has purpose. Yet, even knowing this, you, Saint Expedite, are sent to remind us that God hears the cries of those who cannot wait another day. You are the saint of the present moment, the protector of those whose faith demands a miracle today. Teach me to live in that spirit of immediacy, not in panic, but in trust, not in anxiety, but in action. Help me to do my part as I wait on heaven to do its part. Let my heart not grow bitter in waiting, but better in faith. Let my hope not collapse under pressure, but rise stronger because of it. Saint Expedite, you know that I am not here to ask for luxury or vanity. What I seek is peace. What I seek is clarity. What I seek is the grace to resolve what weighs upon me. There are bills due, responsibilities waiting, relationships fraying, and doors that seem forever locked. I ask that you help me unlock them, not through my own strength, but through God's providence. You are the saint of divine timing, the saint of urgent miracles, the saint who acts when the world says it's too late. So I ask, please act for me now. Let this prayer rise to heaven like a spark that lights the path ahead. Let it reach the heart of God, quickly, carried by your swiftness and your faithfulness. Saint Expedite, take my request, my desperation, my faith, and deliver it into the hands of the one who can do all things. You remind me, dear saint, that faith is not a feeling, it is an act of will. When I choose to believe, even in darkness, I prove that light still lives within me. When I choose to pray instead of panic, I claim victory before it arrives. So in your presence, Saint Expedite, I choose belief. I choose to trust that God has already begun to move. Even when I cannot see the outcome, I know that the process has started. Even when the answer seems delayed, I know that heaven is aligning everything for my good. Grant me the patience to trust, but not the passivity that surrenders to hopelessness. Grant me the courage to act, but not the arrogance to act without prayer. Grant me peace in waiting, strength in uncertainty, and clarity in confusion. You are known for granting aid in moments when all seems lost, for helping the poor find provision, the sick find strength, the jobless find opportunity, and the hopeless find courage. Your compassion reaches beyond boundaries of time and distance. When someone cries out to you with sincerity, you respond. You bring light where there is fear, hope where there is despair, and motion where life has stood still. Saint Expedite, I have seen your miracles in the testimonies of others. A mother whose child was healed after calling your name. A man who received the call for a long-awaited job the day after his prayer. A student who passed an exam after weeks of uncertainty. A family saved from eviction through unexpected help that arrived just in time. These are not coincidences. They are the ripples of divine mercy moved by your intercession. And I believe, with all my heart, that my own miracle can be among them. I know that sometimes, dear Saint Expedite, God's answer is not what we imagined. Sometimes the miracle is not in the removal of a burden, but when the strength to carry it with grace. Sometimes the gift is not a sudden rescue, but a new direction, a better path that leads to lasting peace. So while I pray for swiftness, I also pray for wisdom. If my desire is not aligned with God's plan, may He change my heart before He changes my circumstances. But if it is in harmony with His will, then I pray that you, Saint Expedite, will help bring it forth with heavenly speed. You remind us that God's mercy is not delayed, it is deliberate. Every answered prayer carries perfect timing, and you, His messenger of speed, are the sign that the waiting will not last forever. So I thank you, Saint Expedite, even before the blessing arrives. I thank you for hearing me, for carrying my voice to heaven, for lending me courage when my heart feels faint. I will not doubt your help. I will not lose faith in your power. And when the answer comes, I will speak of your goodness to others, that they too may know the strength of your intercession. For gratitude is the echo of faith fulfilled, and I promise to echo it loudly. Saint Expedite, you teach me something deeper about urgency. It is not just about needing help. It is about the urgency to believe, to act, to trust, to love. It is the call to faith in the present moment, because faith that waits for proof is not faith at all. You remind me that the truest miracle happens not outside of me, but within me. The transformation of fear into trust, of despair into hope, of waiting into worship. Let that transformation begin in me now. Let my heart become calm. Let my words be patient. Let my mind rest in the assurance that heaven is never late. I remember that your story began with hesitation. You were once a soldier, faced with a choice between earthly glory and eternal truth. Means tomorrow. Do it later. Wait another day. But you crushed that temptation beneath your foot, proclaiming Hodie, today. You chose God today. You chose obedience now. And because of that, you became the patron of those who cannot afford to wait. Help me do the same, Saint Expedite. Crush every cross in my spirit, every voice that says later, every fear that says not yet. Let me live my faith in the present tense. Let me choose courage today. Let me take the step today. Let me speak gratitude today. For tomorrow is never promised, but faith is always available. Saint Expedite, I thank you for your presence. Even as I pray, I feel the burden in my heart becoming lighter, the chaos in my mind softening into peace. That is how I know you are here. You bring calm before the miracle, peace before the solution. You remind me that answered prayers begin with surrendered hearts. So I surrender the situation fully to you, dear Saint. I let go of control, knowing that my strength is limited, but God's power is limitless. I let go of fear, knowing that fear delays what faith can deliver. I let go of doubt, knowing that doubt closes doors that faith keeps open. Move swiftly, Saint Expedite, as you have done for so many others. Go before me in this matter. Prepare the hearts of those who must decide. Soften the circumstances that seem impossible. Arrange what I cannot arrange, and bring to me the grace that only heaven can send. I will not panic. I will prepare. I will not despair. I will decide to believe. I will not let impatience steal my peace, for your help is already on its way. I trust that soon I will look back on this moment and see how every delay was protection, every obstacle was redirection, and every unanswered prayer was simply waiting for the right moment to bloom. Saint Expedite, I lift this prayer once more from the depths of my heart. Lord, through the intercession of Saint Expedite, hear my urgent plea. Look upon my situation with mercy. Deliver me from this burden that weighs upon my spirit. Provide what is needed, remove what hinders, and grant me peace in the process. I say this prayer not in fear, but in confidence, for you, Saint Expedite, have shown that speed and faith are not opposites. You act quickly because your trust is complete. You move fast because your heart is anchored in God. You remind us that divine help can come suddenly, unexpectedly, beautifully. Let it be so now. Let this situation turn around quickly, not by luck, but by grace. Let my story become one more proof that God's mercy still moves swiftly on earth. When the blessing arrives, and I know it will, I will light a candle in your honor. I will speak your name with gratitude. I will help someone else who stands where I once stood. For every miracle received is a seed meant to grow into another's hope. And so I promise, Saint Expedite, to be that hope for someone else. Until that day, keep me strong, keep me faithful, keep me patient but ready. And when the hour of blessing strikes, help me to recognize it, to receive it humbly, and to give glory to God for it. Beloved Saint Expedite, you have walked with me through this prayer, and I feel lighter already. You have carried my plea into the hands of the Almighty, and I know that it will not return empty. So I end this time not with anxiety, but with assurance. The same God who sent you to help countless others will also help me. You have never failed those who trusted in you. You never ignored the cry of the desperate, and you never turned away those who came with sincere faith. So I thank you, I honor you, I bless your name and the holy work you do as God's servant of urgency and grace. Saint Expedite, stay by my side until the answer comes. Protect me from doubt, shield me from despair, and fill me with peace while I wait. Let this urgent need become a doorway to deeper faith, greater gratitude, and closer union with God. And when my request is granted, as I trust it will be, I will return to offer thanks, not only with words, but with action, living each day with the same courage and immediacy that you showed when you proclaimed, Hodie, today. For today I choose faith. Today I choose trust. Today I choose gratitude. Today I choose to believe that help is already here. Saint Expedite, intercede for me. Saint Expedite, pray for me. Saint Expedite, act for me, swiftly, mercifully, powerfully. Amen.